Hey, what's up everybody? This is Murder of Birds, and today I'm starting my very new project. It is going to be my first ever anime review / impressions. I just decided, hey, I'm going to give it a chance. I love the hell out of anime, and what better way to start than with this one? If you guys do enjoy this, please let me know. Constructive criticism is always welcome also. Anyways, this anime is going to be on free. Iwatobi Swim Club episode 11. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just got finished watching the episode. It was freaking amazing. I love the hell out of it. There was so much good character development, so many new things that we learned that we didn't know beforehand, and this is all time one of my favorite episodes. So we start the episode. The episode starts off the way the last one left off. You know, Ray skips his swim practice with his team, and he goes and confronts Rin. You know, he's confused, he's frustrated, and as we know, because of the fact that, you know, Rin is such a big influence in the path and direction of the Iwatobi swim team, you know, they are trying to, you know, progress and work towards, you know, the medley relay, but, you know, they're thinking of Rin too much, and that's kind of getting to Ray a bit. So he goes there, he confronts Rin, and he pretty much asks him two questions. First one he asks is, you know, why did you decide to change to the medley relay? You know, you had a different course, you decided to change that. Personally, I think it was because, you know, he found out that you know, the Iwatobi swim team, obviously, his old friends were swimming in there, and though his pride doesn't show it, it's obvious because he wants to swim with them. So he pretty much tells him, you know, he pretty much just tries to blow him off. He's like, you know, I'm not doing it because of them. You know, I'm doing it for my own, you know, for my own things. It wasn't, you know, it's not for Haru or anybody else. And, you know, Ray calls him up, calls his bluff. He calls BS. He's like, that's not true. You know, you beat Haru. You know, you beat Haru in the relay that we just had, you know, so you were able to get past everything. You know, you were able to get past the fact that you lost in middle school and move on with your life and go on for bigger and better things. You know, so there's obviously a hidden agenda. You're not telling the truth, and it's obvious. You know, what the reason is, we don't know quite yet. And you know, he also goes on to ask him the second question of, you know, what's your relationship with Haru? You know, why is it, what's the bond, what's the relationship, what's the history between you two? Because, you know, he notices, you know, and he calls Rin out on everything. You know, he throws a bunch of shit in his face about, oh, you guys used to be in middle school, you guys used to be in relays, you guys used to play and go to school together, you guys swam together like a family, like a team, you guys loved swimming, you guys appreciated and respected each other. That was all before you went abroad. All of a sudden, you go abroad, you come back, you're this changed person, you don't talk to your friends, you stay discorded and disconnected from them, and then you come back and, you know, you're trying to be this, you know, you're trying to be this show off almost, you know, like you're trying to brush everybody off to the side. And I could see that too for Rin, his personality, you know, his pride, you know, his ego and stuff. He doesn't want to show it. And we can honestly sympathize, or some of us can probably sympathize, because Ray he definitely is a victim. You know, everyone just keeps talking about Rin. You know, nobody's focusing on them, on each other, on, you know, on their strategies, on, you know, their practices and stuff like that. And it's really getting to him. And I feel a way he is insecure a bit, because, you know, he is somewhat Rin's replacement. And it does, you know, bring him down a bit to know that, you know, his team has him. He has a new team, and, you know, they're still focusing on the past. So that was a bit frustrating. You know, it is a bit frustrating. Obviously, I can understand where he's coming from with that. But, however, we do get brushed off on that question. So, fast forwarding a bit, we fast forward to Ray's house. The Iwatobi swim team, you know, meets him at his house. Haru, Nagisa, Makoto, and they all pretty much talk to him about, you know, hey, where were you? We missed you. You know, we were worried about you. And I feel like this part of the episode was really reassuring for him, because, in a way, he was insecure about, you know, does his team really care about him? You know, his team cares more about more about Rin than they do him. And they just reassure that, you know, no matter what, it's in the past, you know, and Ray pretty much lays it to rest himself. You know, he's a team with them. They reassure him that they are a team. They're going to that medley relay as a team. They're coming out of it as a team, and whatever happens. They will always be a team and work together and have that bond. And I really, really appreciated that, and this whole, you know, first half of the episode. So for sure, this first half of the episode definitely goes to Ray for his assertiveness, for, you know, going out there and finding out his own, you know, getting his own answers, and the fact that, you know, he's able to lay to rest this whole Rin situation. Also, that scene, you cannot deny that that scene was hilarious as hell. I was dying so much when Nagisa took that lemon bread, that melon bread, and like shoved it into Haru's mouth, and he's just choking, and then Ray goes and grabs a drink, and he's just talking about it instead of giving it to him. I thought that was hilarious. I was laughing for like a minute straight. It was so freaking funny. But anyways, fast forwarding a bit more, we get into, you know, the settings of the medley relay for the next day. They get some rest and relaxation. They go to a hotel. They eat food. They check out the giant ass pool that they're going to be swimming in, which I even said, I was like, yo, that's a giant ass pool. So that's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure their mindset's pretty clear at this point. You know, they know what they want. They know how they're going to get it, and you know, their minds is set. Later down the line, during the episode, towards the end of the episode, Ray gets a text from Rin, and he meets up with Rin, and Rin pretty much just, you know, discloses the fact of why the second question we didn't get answered, which is his true relationship with Haru. And we find out, which is what we didn't know before, what we knew before, what we thought before, was that Rin stopped swimming because he lost to Haru in middle school. What actually happened was, after he lost his swimming match to Haru, he went abroad, and he wasn't getting the results, he wasn't getting the numbers that he wanted, he wasn't excelling the way he thought he would. And he didn't understand why. You know, maybe the other kids were better than him, maybe his scores and his standards were a bit lower than what, you know, he expected, and maybe that, coupled with the fact that he did lose to Haru, and that devastated him, you know, to know that he wants to be the best, and to be the best, you have to beat the best. And at that time, Haru was better than him. So all of those things coupled together made him, you know, break down and not want to swim. What rekindled that fire, however, was episode 1, when we find, you know, them, they were older. That rematch that Haru and Rin had is what rekindled his, you know, his drive, his motivation to go back into swimming and to become the best. So that was pretty awesome that we didn't know that. You know, that was a great source of, you know, going back as far as, you know, flashbacking and finding out, you know, things that we knew, but, you know, we still had to dig deeper to find out its true meanings. And then finally, at the very end of the chapter, the episode, we find out that Ray has been kicked from the medley relay, so he's not going to be able to participate in the relay. His coach finds out that, you know, his head's not where it's at. He's preoccupied, he's thinking of other things, he's not at his peak, he's not at his best, and in order to win this relay, they have to be at their best. So right now, I'm really excited to find out what happens next as far as Ray, his development, as far as Rin, his development and all that stuff. I always get those mixed up, Ray and Rin, Rin and Ray. But the episode overall was really great. A lot of development, a lot of things that we didn't know. You know, not necessarily swimming, but, you know, I love episodes like this that I learn more from the past episodes, and it just brings together, you know, a bunch of new things for me to look forward to in the future. But anyway, guys, that's my review. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please be sure to like the video, comment on it, talk about it with me. I don't really have other people that talk about it that much, and subscribe for further videos. I am going to be putting out other anime reviews in the future. I also do gaming videos and achievements on Xbox 360 if you guys are interested in that, and I will talk to you guys later. So as always, peace.